Hi guys, I'm so sorry that I was not able to do a video Tuesday's how-to video because my wisdom tooth has really been bothering me, and you probably can see it, probably can tell a little bit that one of my sides, my face is kind of a little bit swollen. You probably can't on the camera, I don't know, but I'm trying to do this while I can and then do another video to make up for not doing it. This one is the how-to video, but it's not really a how-to per se. It's more of kind of an advice kind of thing. Well, I guess they all are kind of advice thing, but this one is kind of I will say right now, for now, this is the last part of the segments of the getting the person you're interested into. And because next week I have another totally a new one thing, because fall is here, so we gotta start preparing, transitioning our skin and stuff for the fall. So it's gonna be kind of like a how-to skin thing, how to proper skin for the fall kind of video next week. I'll be working on that because I want people to know that there are ways to take care of your skin, to um properly treat it. Because some people, if you're anything like me, my face gets dry in the winter. So yeah. But anyway, more details on that next week. This one is about the romance portion of everything. Because I was thinking to myself last night, I talked about the ways of getting the person you're interested in, the date, getting the date, like who she'll pay or whatever for the date, and other items. But I didn't really talk about like the romance type. And to me, it's like um most people nowadays, they go from being friends to jumping into a relationship. I say, well, if that worked for you and you've been successful with it, keep that, just go, go with it, and I hope the relationship still be successful. A lot of people that I know have been like, it's not really desperate, I would say, but it's been like an emphasis, like they have to have somebody. And it's just like the first person that comes in with them with interest, then they up and being with them, and then something really goes wrong and it's just not working for them. The thing with that is just like this. Why do you tell me this? Why do you feel that you have to rush for a relationship, or why do you feel like you have to take the first person that comes along? If if anybody's watching this, I'm sure that you're a very attracting and appealing person. You don't have to go to the first person that takes interest. Take the time to get to know them, be friends with them, and see. And people just sit there and they just like don't take the time and to get to know the person to see if they have that same interest and do it. This is how I usually do it, but sometimes I haven't. I know a few times I really haven't did this. Friendship mode. There's a friendship stage, there's a dating stage, there's a relationship stage, then you got the stage that goes to engagement and then marriage. Those are the stages that I feel like I focus on to work myself up to the goal that I want to. Friendship stage. We're going to talk about that. Friendship stage and romance. You can do that because romance on the friendship stage is letting the person know that you do have interest in them and you would like to proceed it to be more than just a friendship level. Which, by the way, that's pretty, to me, that's pretty much common. If you do the proper way, you don't just say, I would like to hit that, or um, I want you to be my boo. Okay. Pet peeves, I don't like when people do it. Please don't say like you're my boo, or don't use wifey, or don't use, the girl or the guy. They have names. Do something like this is like, start off with, if you're friends, this is my friend. If you're in a relationship, this is my girlfriend, this is my boyfriend, this is my, or when you go up another stage, my fiance, and then, or when you go up another stage, this is my wife or husband. The proper way to do it, because those, that says they're the keeper. My boo, my baby mama, my baby daddy, stuff. They those. Have you noticed that the baby mamas and baby daddies don't really last that long for relationships? Or people who say that's my boo. I mean, I understand that people want to do that because that's what the thing is now. But to me, it's like when people say that's my girlfriend or that's my boyfriend or that's my fiance or that's my wife or husband, those usually last long term. Usually. But I would say the odds over it is, especially if you go through the stages that I mentioned, usually time you're already getting to know exactly the kind of person that is and make that decision. Only if they're actually being true to who they are. Um, okay, friendship mode romance is pretty much a way of telling someone I like you, I would like to get to know you more, and like can we possibly move it to the next level. Usually, time for some is a step by step process that they go through. Well, not really. Well, I would if for step by step, yeah, because you're looking at the fact that um you want to take your time to getting to know someone, which is fairly reasonable because a lot of people put so much feel like they have to have something or someone by a certain age, which everybody gets that time when you get close to your 30s and stuff like that. Most people biological clocks get ticking, saying, "Okay, it's time to get serious, and it's time to start to settle down." Okay, but if you're still getting to know someone, that's still fine. Because to me, the friendship thing is a good basis because if you're friends first, your relationships will be um, your relationships won't be a bad thing because you already know how this person is and will treat you as a friend as to compared to if you're just meeting this person and you decide to just date. Okay, but I mean, I'm not saying that you don't have to. You don't have to necessarily just up to be friends. You can you can date the way. I mean, me personally, I like to get to know the person as a friend, then to make the decision, and then I'll say, okay, dating will be the next option. Now, dating, in the romantic sense, is pretty much to me, dating is like the preview, a preview of what the person is like as a friend, and as when they're foreseeing how they are in a relationship. You know, stay with me, focus with me, because this is really something that I really thought about. So this is more like a heart to heart. So they're, they, yeah, sorry, too many people trying to do something at one time. Basically, they're like, okay, this is my time to show this person I can be the person. I can be in the relationship with them or stuff like that. But this is usually when the transition where you kind of figure out who they are beforehand, and then usually time it's a make or break situation where like, okay, this guy's great, or oh my god, he is so not the person for me. He is a little creepy or whatever. To me, if you go to me, the step by step thing, I think will be much more better and much more efficient for people because um come on, you're really taking the time to getting to know, this is like the really taking the time to get to know someone and not just up and dating someone and then end up like breaking up or divorced or on trial for 1st degree murder. I'm just saying because you know and it's also a way to find out if the person is really crazy. Don't really want to be with somebody that's like, oh, this person's so nice. They do so many nice things and come to their house and they got all these little dolls and little things that looks at you when you walk, or just, he stays with his mom that she's really friendly to him, if you know what I mean. Because that's just creepy and yeah. I'm not saying all guys are creepy. Guys, this actually works for you too. I say if you're step to step, if you're ready to move to that from friendship to dating, I'm not gonna say relationship. I mean, I know if your high intentions are both of your intentions are definitely like seeking long term seriousness. Still, there's nothing wrong with taking the dating thing because you guys may want the same things, but your dating styles may not click. And you want them to click because you want to date, duh. But um, for the most part, yeah, that I would say that the system will really work. Most people just so in a. I don't see why people so in a rush. I mean, it's not like you're never going to get anybody. You will get someone if you take your time and stop picking all everybody that comes along your way, because everybody doesn't have good, decent intentions, or some of them do, but they portray around their friends for something else, and then it's just like come off as jerkish. Um, Personally, I think that doing the step by step is is a little much better. Okay, there's no time frame. You can do it as long as do the whatever time limit you want. Especially, but if you're serious about getting to know the person, at least a few take some time into it. Don't just say, okay, it's been a month. I think we should move to this one, and then another month from now, we'll do that one, because it doesn't work that way. Unless in, you know, I will say the only rule there would be only exception to that rule would probably be like if you've already been friends with that person for quite a long time and you got to know them for a point and you end up being attracted to them and they are attracted to you, and then you decide to just go ahead and take it to the next level. Don't be awkward, because you should already know, because if you're seeing this person how they are on they're dating when they're dating someone else and they telling you about how sucky their date is, like she threw up and she laughed so much she threw up, or she just started talking about how much she loved kittens and kittens are really great and she's sad about the poor little kitten, then you know you already should know, because that person probably most likely, if they're friends with you, come with advice and tell you that how they are and stuff. Whatever happened about the date or something like that. You're there for them. You're usually right there. Kudos to you, because that's a good way to just go ahead and skip the steps, skip forward the steps. But I feel like this, a lot of people don't do that. And for like this, if you're interested in someone, I think um taking the steps in the right way and to the right way will actually give you to me, it was like it gave you a chance to know the person on a much deeper level, and knowing that if you're waste before you knowing what you need to know before you waste your time in being in a relationship. Be friends, try to date them. You could do the common, put the two together, put the friends and dating at the same time. That way you can you're kind of skipping a step, but you're actually you're actually trying to find the way to get to know the person, all of that in the same time, and figuring out if this person is like Creepington, or if this person like likes to sit in their room crawl in a fetal position talking about I like tacos and cheese. You never know. People have done weird things, but usually time the ones who are not the best person in the world. Oh my god, I cannot talk for another life of me. You will know that if they are their intentions are true. They're because the person of after a while, they if they're not being the real person, being the real person, eventually it will show. They will be like, you know, okay, I quit this, or they're gonna get caught doing something they're not supposed to do, or who knows, probably jail time in the end if they do it if they do it wrong, if they get caught, because you never know. For everybody who's people just do some weird things, and I feel like there's a relationship. People, to me, it's a lot of people rush into it. I know I've reason why I did this video, because I've seen a lot of people talk about how much they really want somebody in their life, and they want to be with somebody, they want to have a relationship and all that stuff, and then like a day or two later, and if that long, they saw somebody come up to them and that is interested in them, talking all this stuff, and then all of a sudden next you know, oh, this good guy was too good to be true, or this guy is a jerk, or and I'm saying this in the nice way. So I feel like this: stop rushing, people. Stop rushing to be in a relationship. I mean, take your time. You will find the right person. You just need to um sit back and figure out what you're looking for. And if someone comes along to you that is interested in you and would like to get to know you and would like to know that, get to know you and they have like the same intentions, take your time. You can go right there is in the get to know you stage, and if all of that is through, you can start to date. You can start to date and stuff like that. But romance, I feel like this. A lot of people um don't do that. And romance is such a dead thing, and that's I think another thing why some relationships don't continue to work out because neither partner wants to sit there and take the time to put the romance into it. Everybody wants to go and just do a relationship, but romance is an important part of a relationship besides trust and honesty and other characteristics that people put forth in it. And romance is like taking the time to have a you and that person time. The two of you sitting down, dinner, movie, or you know, dinner movie. There's also little trinkets and stuff that you guys do for each other. Just the little things. You can you see something in the store that reminds you of that person, you get it, you decide to get it, and that's a little thing, little gestures for this stuff. Um, a romantic dinner, romantic candlelight dinner. That's always nice. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Also, just watching a romantic movie. Most guys, I feel like that they don't like to do that because they feel like it's so lame and so dorky. But you do realize it's okay to be sensitive. Show your sensitive side. Show them that you do care. It's not all about you and the girls. Ladies, it's not all about us either, too. So it's a 50-50 thing. You have to give a little, and they got to give a little, and you gotta be returned too. But if you're interested in the person, you want to do what you can do to, show your romantic side and show what you can to do for romantic things. Sometimes buying things to do, you don't have to go all expensive and stuff like that. A little bear. You can get a little dollar, go to the dollar store and rack up on bear, maybe some flowers. Well, not really fake ones, but they got cheap ones at the store. That or like just the little things. Um, dollar necklace. That I mean, maybe like if she's like a really high maintenance person, if you really really care about them, if you want to do that thing, then that's on you. Um, but the little things to me counts. It plays a favor, especially if you remember some of the things that they like or will like. I mean, not will like, but like and things. Most girls like Bath and Body stuff. I mean, I like Bath and Body stuff. There's nothing wrong with it, but I would say like that Bath and Body stuff is considered a relationship presence, and also presence possibly if you're mad, if that person's mad at you and you're trying to make it up to them. But I feel like this: if the person's mad at you, don't always buy gifts to say that you're sorry because after a while, if you do that, for at least for some women, that can get played out, and that's not gonna get you out of trouble. You know, actually taking time to talk, communication. That's key. Romance is pretty much is kind of like basically wine and dine. You're showing how much you appreciate the person that you're with and how much you care about the person, and that's what romance is really about. Is taking the time to from instead of always being with the guys and ladies, instead of always being with the girls or always having group dates or spending time with the family, take the time between you and your partner or the person that you're trying to be with and spend time with each other. Talk in person, nice little dinner. You don't even have to do like that. You don't have to go to a fancy restaurant. Applebee's, TGI Fridays, that's good places. Old Charlie's if you have one. Um, excuse me, just places where you can just be able to sit down and stuff, talk. I mean, I would say like this: if you do like kind of a fancy thing, I would say that's relationship, possibly, or possible relationship, or you just doing a special occasion, something birthday. Ooh, Cheesecake Factory. I love that place. A little expensive, but it's a good place. Um, it's just that, please, I just feel like this. Basically, this video is pretty much It's about appreciating the person that you're with. You know, and also if you're trying to be in a relationship, don't rush it. Take your time, get to know the person, take the stages of the friendship, the dating phase, the relationship, the fiance thing, then marriage. And if you don't have to do so much stuff, so many things. I mean, you can put the friendship and the dating one together, and then go from there. But because it's a good way to get to know the person, take the time. Basically, take the time to get to know the person. See if there's actually if the romances that you guys do actually will take you further in your relationship, and work from there. You know, basically, I mean, romance is pretty much the key to a real thing. You have to have that time to show that you appreciate the person, you know, and if you're just at home together cuddling, reading books, I mean, that's nice. You know, some people like doing it. You know, the little things for each other, taking the time out to do the little things for each other. That's romantic. You know, but everybody has a definition of what's romantic and what's not. But I would say that kind of thing is very important to have in a relationship. So this is technically not really a how-to, because I'm not going to actually tell you step by step on what you need to do to be romantic. Um, cause you should kind of already have some kind of a general idea of what to do to be a romantic person. Um, I feel like it's not people should have to tell you step by step. You should already know. Or if you have a girl or a guy who you've been talking with, they usually I mean, hints, yeah, there probably was some hints dropped and you probably didn't know, but you should already know for a little general idea of what the person may like. So, with that being said, thank you for watching this video. And if you have any questions or if you'd like to put some input in, please leave a comment below or do a video response. I watch them all. I watch videos and I do respond and comment as if I can. I try to comment as much as I can. So with that being said, you guys be awesome. Thanks for watching. Bye.